Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are fine and safe. In the previous lecture we have studied that what is forest and its importance, types of forest, where those forests were grown or found, and also some common trees of those forests. Now today we continue the chapter forest and wildlife. Now open your book page number 80. Uses of forests. Humans have a variety of uses for forests, including wood from trees, nutrition from animals, grazing, the animals feed on grass, recreation, medicinal plants, and so on. The main products obtained from forests include fuel wood and timber wood. In the following table, some of the most important industrial uses of forest wood are given: construction, trucks and buses, crates and boxes. Crates means a wooden case used for transporting goods. Boats, furniture, practical board, village carpentry, sports goods, mining timber, plywood, matches, fiberboard, trains, railway ties, medicines, industrial fuel wood, paper, fencing.
Forests are useful in many ways. Some of them are listed here for you. Students, forests protect and conserve important resources like water and soil. Forests protect soil from landslides and flood. Paper, pulp, clothing, matchsticks, fibers, fruits, chemicals, resins, and dyes are made from the trees and bamboo. Students, forests purify air by absorbing carbon dioxide from the surrounding air. Forests provide us medicinal plants and herbs. About 40% of medicines are obtained from plants. Forests provide shelter for wild animals.
Deforestation and conservation. Deforestation occurs as forests are cut down at a faster rate than they grow. Extreme climatic conditions such as drought may also cause deforestation. What will happen if deforestation is not controlled? Species of plants and animals will be endangered and eventually get extinct. There will be lesser rain, farms will get dry, and desertification will set in. The world will be uglier and more polluted. We must try to conserve forests and wildlife.
Deforestation is the permanent destruction of forests and forest areas to make the land available for other uses. Many a time, man destroys forest land to construct factories, buildings, etc. in its place. This not only destroys the plant life there, but also the animal life that depends on it. Deforestation also leads to increased carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere, soil erosion, and natural disasters such as floods and landslides due to climatic changes. Furthermore, Destruction of forests means loss of habitat for animals and plant life.
Experts are of the opinion that ideally a country's 25% area should be covered by forest. If a country's forest areas decreases, it will suffer the consequences of deforestation. Here are some ways for forests and wildlife conservation. Strictly follow the laws related to conservation of wildlife. Plant as many trees as cut down. Use wood economically. Discourage the use of products that are obtained from hunting wild animals. Stop cutting endangered species of trees. Stop hunting endangered species of animals. Use irrigated land for agriculture rather than clear a forested place.
Conservation of forests. Forests are renewable resources. A lot of forests and forest areas are being cut mainly because of increasing population. However, the government is taking active steps to protect our forests and the wildlife that depends on them. Conservation of forests and wildlife go hand in hand. The government has built many zoos, national parks, and wildlife sanctuaries to protect endangered species of animals. Steps taken by the government to protect and preserve our forests and wildlife. The government actively encourages planting of saplings in order to increase green areas in our country. Forests are looked after by protecting trees from parasites or fungi by chemical spraying. National parks and wildlife sanctuaries are a good method of forest conservation since it ensures regular maintenance of forests. Proper use and utilization of forest products ensures progress and development of forests. Children are also taught the importance of forest conservation and the disadvantages of deforestation.
Now look at this video. I hope you get more information about deforestation.
Have you heard your grandparents being nostalgic about the past? They say things like, earlier there used to be trees here, or we would wake up to the sound of birds. Now, can you tell me why this isn't a reality anymore? For starters, we could blame ourselves for wanting huge buildings and wide roads. Where has the natural cover of forests disappeared? In truth, we have cut down all those trees in the name of development. Can you tell me what this process is called where many trees and plants are cut out? Yes, we call it deforestation. Clearing up forests for human benefit is called deforestation. Can you name a few reasons why man clears up forest lands? Agriculture, that's right. We clear land to bring more land under cultivation. What other reasons can you think of? Yes, for building factories, houses and roads. And what about cutting trees for wood and fuel? Isn't that another reason? Of course it is. Man has cut trees over the years, and do you know this very action has caused some serious reaction? Yes, we call them consequences. We cannot get away by reducing the green cover on our planet. Trees and plants are a part of an ecological chain and they maintain a specific balance. Let us see how many deforestation consequences you are able to identify from the following pictures. You can now imagine the extent of consequences deforestation has, can't you? Let us look at each of these in a little more detail. Trees and plants give out oxygen and use carbon dioxide during photosynthesis. With reduced plants and trees, the level of carbon dioxide on the earth is increasing. Carbon dioxide cannot escape into space, and like many other harmful gases, it is creating a blanket of heat around the earth. This increasing heat has led to a famous phenomenon known as global warming. This is the cause of the increase in the temperature of the earth. Do you know that according to studies, the last few decades of the 20th century have been hottest in the last 400 years? This can create a chain of events. High temperatures affect the water cycle. Glaciers melt at an alarming pace. Soil cannot hold excess water during rainfall or even rise in sea level. Both these events can cause floods. On the other hand, any change in the water cycle can also lead to droughts. Haven't you noticed the erratic climate changes in your area? These are all results of deforestation. Let us see how the water table is affected due to deforestation. Trees and plants have roots which hold the soil and allow water to percolate into the soil. With trees around, water does not run off, carrying away with it the topsoil. This means that absence of trees would cause increased soil erosion, removal of topsoil layer, and reduced underground water levels. Soil that is devoid of its top layer is infertile, and gradually open lands become deserts. This process is called desertification. Land that had once harbored rich trees and wildlife now remains a desert devoid of all life. What about pollution? As already stated, increased release of harmful gases has caused global warming. This pollutes the air around us. It is therefore evident that all consequences are interrelated. Rampant cutting down of trees will only add to more problems around us.
Now open your activity book, chapter Forest and Wildlife, page number 25. Exercise A. Fill in the blanks. Read the chapter thoroughly, Forest and Wildlife, and fill these blanks 1 till 12 in your activity book. Then open your copy, make a title page of chapter Forest and Wildlife, and do these two questions in your copy, question 1 and question 2.